Today, I start the climactic chapter. Welcome back to Writer's Theory. I'm James Winterthorn, and I'm going to share my 67th day of writing with you on my project to write a novel in less than 90 days. Yesterday, I ended an exciting chapter in which we saw a battle take place between our hero group and the antagonist group. There was a casualty with one of my main characters, and we saw the immediate aftermath of that action. And so today, I am starting the next chapter, and this chapter is the culmination of everything I've been working on, all the plot lines that I've been trying to weave together, hopefully come together well in this chapter. And so let's get right into the first part of day 67 and see how this goes. And so I did something here that I wasn't even really thinking about, in that I didn't update my outline. And that's okay. I'll probably go back after the fact just to update it and just to keep it to have it be complete. But I knew where I wanted to go with this chapter, and so I didn't even bother creating it, which is fine, because like at some point, like I knew where I wanted to go. There's no sense in confirming that. And so you're seeing this, you might be wondering why I've done what I've done here. In that I'm now following Patrick, who we met way back in chapter 5. And I might go back and adjust his character a little bit earlier, or at least have a scene from his point of view. I'm not sure yet, but I wanted his point of view for this chapter, and definitely at the end, the very end of the story. And so I introduce him here. And so this first part, I really wanted to show how working for Shaw has affected him and his family. It's really just him and his mom. In that he has this job for this fancy guy. He has this really fancy suit, but he doesn't really have a better life for it. And I wanted that to be evident here in this portion of the story. And I just decided to have Patty be a point of view character for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to show how another perspective of how bad Silas Shaw is. And it's not that he's awful in this situation, but he's not helping this young man who is working very hard and is still very poor. I also needed a somewhat objective viewer of the events that are about to take place. And so that's why I put Patrick as a point of view character, if even for a few scenes. So he's serving a purpose here for me in that regard, where I wanted first to be able to see what's happening through the eyes of a character that wasn't Shaw, that wasn't Mercer, but that could view everything. And so that's why Patrick is that character now. Again, I also have plans for him in the following chapter at the end of the story. So you'll see how what I mean when I get to that point, because I haven't written it yet, so it's only my intent right now. But I needed this point of view character, so that's why I chose Patty. So let's carry on with this new point of view character in the rest of day 67. I like this interaction because it has what it feels like a genuine conversation between him and his mother here, and how a young man trying to work hard and be proud of his life, working for an important person, like what might the interactions look like where he's away from home all the time and all he has to show for it is this suit that he has to pay to keep clean. And this was a little unexpected, this interaction between the two of them. I think this just came more from a place of trying to be genuine with the scene, versus introducing new elements into the plot. But I like it. I'm definitely going to keep it in there. And I needed to just set the scene for what he's about to do and what's about to happen here. But the scene was going well, and I just kept writing it because I liked the interaction. And it's also a moment before all the craziness is about to happen of just real life and like what's really at stake in the world, when there's corrupt politicians and outlaws out, duking it out, like what's really at stake. And that's what I ended up showing here, and that's why I like it as much as I do. And so here is this is the beginning of connecting parts of the story that had already happened. So he's a point of view character. It serves a purpose for where I want to take the story. And I just like this interaction a lot between Patrick and his mother. And now there's something mysterious at his door. And like, again, really unexpected. I was just happy with how it went. And I might just be justifying how it fits into the plot because I liked writing it. I enjoyed this scene. So let's find the line of the day for this scene that I enjoyed writing so much. Seems to me like you have a job to own a suit. And so I like this line. This goes back to the point that I was making about how he's working very hard and all he really has to show for it is this clothing that he needs to do the job, but then he has to keep it clean with the money that he earns. And so kind of what's the point of all of this? And this line from his mother, I think fits that very, very nicely. So that was day 67. Introduced, even though I had introduced Patrick before, he was part of the story. He was never a point of view character. So I've done that here. And so tomorrow we'll pick up where this scene left off and see who has knocked on Patrick's door. If you're interested in seeing who these mysterious visitors are, please like and subscribe, and I will share that with you tomorrow. I start the culminating chapter. I'm tired of saying climax. Climactic. Climactic chapter? That's okay.